Hello again, everybody. Welcome to USA Wrestling Weekly. I'm Scott Casper. Here now this week's news and features from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. Let's start this week in Kissimmee, Florida. Team USA had a very productive weekend at the FILA Pan American Olympic qualifying tourney. Starting the weekend, the United States still needed to qualify 9 weight classes for the Olympic Games in London. At this event, reaching the finals meant you had qualified your country to compete. After a series of clutch performances, Team USA qualified 7 weight classes, leaving only 2 spots left to qualify at a later date. We'll get to that in a minute. In Greco-Roman, the USA was seeking to qualify just 6 weight classes. When it was over, the U.S. had 1 champion and 4 runners-up, getting qualified in 5 of the important and needed weights. 2002 world champion Dramil Byers won gold at 264 pounds. A member of the 2008 Olympic team, Byers dominated 3 opponents during the event and did not allow a single point to be scored upon him. Byers opened with a 1-0-3-0 win over Canadian Sonny Dinsa. His 2-0-1-0 semifinals win over Ramon Garcia of the Dominican Republic qualified for the U.S. for the Olympic Games. Byers topped it all off with an exciting 2-0-2-0 victory over Chilean Andres Ayub to win the gold medal.
Well, I mean, I'm going to the trials now. I think I'm sitting out the mini tournament now. I'm putting my best effort forward, and my teammates behind me, my coach pushing me. And let's go get some medals.
4 other U.S. Greco-Roman wrestlers won their semifinal bouts, qualifying their weights as well. Each then lost to Cuban opponents in the finals and placed second in the tournament. We'll start at 121 pounds. 2008 Olympian Spencer Mango got the job done with 2 straight wins, stopping Jefferson Mayo of Ecuador in round 1, and then edged Colombian Andres Taborda in the semifinals. In the finals, Mango lost to Javier Gonzalez of Cuba.
I don't know. We're always in, seems like, pressure-packed moments, so you kind of get used to, having a little pressure on and just go out there like it's any other match and do your normal routine. 2-time
junior world medalist Ellis Coleman got the call at 132 pounds, also reached the finals to qualify, by the way. He stopped Diego Ribeiro of Brazil to start the day, then earned the Olympic qualification he sought with an incredible 6-0-1-0 semifinal win over Ansel Ramirez of the Dominican Republic. Cuban Hanser Miyoki won the title when he defeated Coleman in the final.
I mean, I felt good throughout the tournament. Glad that I got down to weight. Just thank God for the strength to help me get down to weight and just help me wrestle, come back and recuperate off an injury. And I think it was a pretty good tournament all around.
Well, it took 2 wins for 163-pound Greco star Andrew Bisic to qualify Team USA for London. He started with a win over Albus Amendra of Panama, then won his semifinal over Jose Perez of Venezuela. The score, 2-0-2-0. The gold went to Jorgebel Alvarez of Cuba in 2 periods.
Take one match at a time. I know, looking at the bracket, I knew that there was going to be a possibility of wrestling guys I've wrestled a month ago, the same exact guys, but just had to take it one match at a time and make sure to get the job done.
Well, the draw at 185 pounds put American Chaz Betts into the semifinals, and he earned the qualification he sought with a 1-0-4-0 win over Jose Arias of the Dominican Republic. Betts fell to veteran star Pablo Shori in the final.
That's a nice feeling. That's the whole reason we came here, so it's nice to get that out of the way. I had a pretty good draw to do it with, and we got it taken care of. Like always, it would have been nice to get the big win, get the whole tournament, but overall the job is done.
Well, the only Greco weight left to qualify now is 211 pounds. It stands alone. After an opening win, 2005 world bronze medalist Justin Ruiz dropped a tough semifinal bout to veteran Junior Estrada of Cuba. Score there 2-0-1-0, and he fell short of qualifying for the Olympics in that division. National Greco-Roman coach Steve Frazier came home with 5 more spots at the Olympic Games.
We're happy to get 4 out of 5. We wanted all 5 today. I mean, Justin Reese lost a close one to the Cuban. The Cuban's very, very strong. He met him in the semi and lost a close one. So we didn't get Justin, but getting 4 qualified today is a big thing for us, for sure.
Well, in women's freestyle, Team USA needed just 1 weight class qualified for the London Games. 2008 world champion Clarissa Chun not only got the nation qualified, but she also dominated to win the gold medal. Chun opened with a tech fall over Cayusca Tuaza of Ecuador and won the qualification with an 8-2 7-0 semifinal win over Yasmin Martinez of Mexico. In the final, she swept Argentina's Patricia Bermudez in 2 straight. The talented Chun outscored her 3 opponents by a combined margin of, get this now, 43-3.
Felt pretty good. Got my offense going. Didn't hesitate. The one time that I do, I get scored on. I don't know. I felt pretty good.
With Chun's victory, now the U.S. has qualified all 4 Olympic weight classes in women's wrestling. Chun's personal coach, Keith Wilson, talked with us after her impressive performance.
She's finally on a mission, and she knows what she's got to do to get there, and she's putting her nose to the grindstone and doing all the little things, and it showed today. Running her feet, getting in her ties, not thinking about it, she's just feeling it and hitting her attack.
All right, let's go to men's freestyle. Now, Team USA had 2 weights left to qualify going into the Sunshine State. 2010 World Team member Brent Metcalf earned our nation a spot at the Olympics at 145 pounds. Metcalf opened with a win over Elvis Fuentes of Venezuela, and in the semifinals, he earned the Olympic berth with a second-period pin over Edison Hurtado of Colombia. In the finals, Metcalf dropped a spirited battle with Canadian star Hazelyn Garcia. Once a big-time star for the Iowa Hawkeyes, Metcalf will now return to Carver Hawkeye Arena for the U.S. Olympic team trials in Iowa City.
I'm excited to go and get the job done. This was, I guess, one step. Didn't really do it the way I wanted to, but we got it qualified. Now it's time to get on that team.
Well, after an opening win over a Dominican Republic wrestler, 2009 World Team member Sean Bunch fell to 132-pound Yalis Boni of Cuba in the semifinals in just 2 periods. Bunch ended up 3rd with a win over a Canadian. The U.S. will still need to qualify this weight class. National freestyle coach Zeke Jones talked about the Freestyle Team USA's effort in Florida.
Well, we had a pretty clear goal. It was come in and win 2 gold medals. We weren't coming for anything less. So, the weight class qualifying, of course, that's important. We know that. That's aside. I think we put a lot of time into the preparation of this tournament and these 2 guys specifically, and we didn't get the job done today, so we got to go back to the drawing board.
Well, the U.S. has qualified now 16 of the 18 weight classes overall for the Olympics, with 2 more opportunities still ahead this spring. The first will be in Taiyuan, China on April 27th through the 29th. The second will be in Helsinki, Finland, May 4th through the 6th. The U.S. will need to qualify at 132 in freestyle and 211 pounds in Greco-Roman. Well, it was an exciting time for 3 athletes who competed in schools in the United States who earned a spot in the Olympic Games for their native country in men's freestyle. We'll start with Canada's Matt Gentry, an NCAA champion for Stanford. He qualified his country for the Olympics at 163 pounds. Gentry beat Puerto Rico's Francisco Soler Tanco 6-0, 7-0 in the finals and will go to his 2nd Olympic Games.
Personally, that win, meant a lot for me, more than just qualifying for the Olympics, but that was an opponent that I'd lost to twice before, close matches, and I just really wanted to get it back.
Mexico's Jesse Ruiz, an NAI national champion for Menlo College, qualified his country for the Olympics at 264 pounds. Ruiz finished 2nd in the tournament.
I'm already in the national team, so it means I'm going. I gotta go see my family. Take like a week off and then prepare.
121-pound Honduran star Brandon Escobar was a 2-time state high school place winner in New York. He qualified his native land for the Olympics in freestyle when he placed 2nd.
Feels great, man. Awesome. Totally worth it. Totally worth the hours, the pain, the sweat. I love it. I love wrestling.
Well, the annual USA Wrestling Girls Folkstyle National Championships was held at Oklahoma City University. National titles and All-American honors were up for grabs for young women in American folkstyle. The junior division showcased the nation's best high school talent, many of whom are expected to be stars in college and on the senior level as well. 2 talented athletes repeated as girls folkstyle junior national champions. Kayla Miracle of Indiana dominated the action at 117 pounds. She scored a 21-6 tech fall in the finals over Michelle Lomas of Texas, scoring takedowns seemingly at will. Miracle won this event last year at 105 pounds. Rachel McFarland of Michigan won her 2nd straight girls folkstyle junior nationals title by beating Cassandra Herkelman of Iowa in the finals at 121 pounds. The margin, by the way, there, 12-4. McFarland was the 117-pound champion last year. Herkelman was a silver medalist for the 2nd straight year. Well, it was the 2nd year in which Kayla Miracle won a double title at Girls Folkstyle Nationals by winning both the cadet and junior divisions the same weekend. Talk about a performance. Joining Miracle as a double champion this year was cadet and junior folkstyle title Becca Leathers of Oklahoma, the champion, at 125. Leathers defeated Skylar Grote of New Jersey in the junior finals 7-0. This was a record turnout year for the junior division with 184 entries, and the action was intense. Last year's runner-up, Caitlin Eddy of Oregon, was the champion at 130 pounds. Eddy scored the winning point in overtime to defeat Rosemary Flores of New York by a 2-1 margin. Eddy was second last year at 125 pounds, and Flores was a double champion of freestyle last year in Fargo. Savannah Nichols of California, also a runner-up last year, won the title at 172 pounds. Nichols scored a pin over Sharon Garcia of California in the finals at 3 minutes 11 seconds. Nichols was second, if you recall, at 159 last year. Winning the title at 112 pounds was Rachel Hale of Vermont, who scored a tight 4-2 decision over Gabrielle Weirich of Nebraska, 4-2, by the way, in the finals. Hale's the first girl to win 2 state high school titles competing against boys. She repeated as Vermont state champion this year from Mount Anthony High School. Others posting gold medal performances this year include Vanessa Smith of Minnesota at 97 pounds, Alicia Zapatella of Ohio at 105 pounds, Yvonne Galindo of Texas at 139 pounds, and Amy Spafford of California at 148 pounds, Ashley Miles of Texas at 159, and Alexis McAdoo of Texas at 198 pounds. Fans, stay tuned. We'll be back right after this short timeout.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
With the college season completed now, the focus turns to the U.S. Olympic team trials in Iowa City, April 21st through the 22nd, and only a few spots remain in the field. The Women's University Nationals were held in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma last weekend, and the event showcased many of the top young women wrestling stars in the nation. This was also an Olympic trials qualifier, with the champion in the 4 women's Olympic weight classes punching their tickets for Iowa City. At 138 pounds, Trinity Plessinger of the Sunkissed Kids earned a spot in the Olympic trials with her gold medal victory. She beat 2012 U.S. Open runner-up Melissa Apodaca in the finals 3-1, 6-0. Plessinger won the University National Championships for the 3rd straight year, all at different weight classes.
I knew I was going to qualify, but it's still kind of nerve-wracking when you're not qualified, so I didn't want to have to go next weekend. So I'm really excited to just win the tournament and have that weight off. Now I can just focus on making the Olympic team and not stressing about being qualified.
In the other 3 Olympic weight classes, the champion had already qualified for the Olympic trials, so no other new athletes were added to the field in Iowa City. Well, with a dominant performance on their way to the title at 105 pounds, 2-time junior world champion Victoria Anthony of the New York AC was named Outstanding Wrestler. She pinned WCWA National Champion Emily Martin of King College in the finals. In addition to the pin, Anthony scored 4 tech falls during the tournament.
It was pretty important for me. I really wanted to tune up before the trials. I feel like it's been a while since I've competed, a couple months, so it was good.
Well, winning a University National title for the 2nd straight year was Michaela Hutchinson of OCU Gator Club at 121 pounds. Hutchinson beat Sarah Hildebrand of King College in the finals 1-0-1-0. Hutchinson is a 3-time WCWA Women's College National Champion.
A lot better than I've wrestled last time. I've worked hard this last month and stuff on spring break, and I guess it just showed toes a little bit.
Well, also winning an Olympic weight division but already qualified for Iowa City was Julia Salata of King College, who beat Brittany Roberts 4-1, 2-0 in the finals at 158 pounds.
That's kind of what I expected to do. I had a little bit of a disappointing tournament at College Nationals at WCWA, and I knew this tournament had to come back, and my goal was to win Emily's Making Faces. And I knew that was my goal, and that's what I came out here to do, and I got it done.
2011 world bronze medalist Adeline Gray of the New York AC won the title at 147 pounds, stopping past junior world bronze medalist Veronica Carlson in the final, 1-0-1-0. Other individual champions include the 112-pound star Joey Miller of OCU Gator Wrestling Club, Ashley Hudson of the OCU Gator Wrestling Club at 130 pounds, and at 169 pounds, the star Mylene Keiki of the Douglas, Wyoming Club. Each year, USA Wrestling also hosts the Junior National Folkstyle Duels on the final day at the Girls Folkstyle Nationals. This year's showdown in the dual finals was between talented teams from Texas and Michigan. Both teams had won their pool competition to reach the finals. Michigan jumped to a 15-6 lead in the dual meet, winning 3 of the first 4 bouts. Included was a tech fall at 121 pounds by two-time Junior Folkstyle National champion Rachel McFarland. She stopped Shelby Morrison 20-5. Michigan's Patricia Martin scored a major decision victory at 105 pounds. The first win for Texas came at 117 pounds, where Folkstyle Junior National runner-up Michelle Lomas scored a pin over Amber Smith. Texas reeled off 5 straight wins to put the dual meet away. 3 of the wins were by pins. Evelyn Reyna pinned Mary Smith at 4 minutes 32 seconds at 125 pounds, and Paige Wolf pinned Olivia Sepack 4 minutes 54 seconds at 139 pounds. Junior National Folkstyle champion Ashley Miles pinned Devon Burke at 124 at 159 pounds. Other wins for Texas during the hot streak came from Kenyon Henderson at 130 pounds and Michaela Matthews at 148 pounds. Michigan rebounded with a pin at 172 pounds by Brenna Ramirez. In the final match of the duel, Junior Folkstyle National champion Alexis McAdoo of Texas pinned Caitlin Hill at 198 pounds. Well, the team from Texas celebrated its victory after a very tough day of competition. Michigan placed second in the Junior Folkstyle Duels for the second consecutive year. Well, the girls' Folkstyle Nationals started with the cadet division. The nation's top 15 and 16-year-old competitors all weighed in for competition. Kayla Miracle of Indiana and Becca Leathers of Oklahoma repeated as cadet champions and won their first leg of their double titles with victories at this event. Miracle tore through the field at 115 pounds, finishing off with a dominant 25-10 tech fall over Alicia Relgado in the finals. Now, in a battle of returning cadet champions, Leathers defeated Cassie Herkelman of Iowa in the finals at 124 pounds. Final 7-5. Both also made the finals later in the junior division. At 154 pounds, Alyssa LaFrancis of California was the champion. She defeated returning champion Virginia Burkett of Team Wyoming in the finals with a major decision there, 11-1. Among other individual champions, Karina Gassad of Florida at 95, Caitlin Fitzpatrick of Pennsylvania at 101 pounds, Amber Smith of Michigan at 108 pounds, Katarina Lobsinger of California at 132 pounds, Crystalline Crouch of Missouri at 143 pounds. Now, the tournament concluded with competition in the schoolgirl and 2 kids divisions on Sunday. The tournament had a record number of entries with 149 competitors in these 3 divisions. Now, this is an event where young girls get the chance to compete against each other from across the country and learn the sport of folk style. It was a huge success this year. There were 6 young wrestlers who won the Girls Folkstyle Nationals in the youth division for the 2nd straight year, which we will list now on a roll. Well, USA Wrestling has announced 8 athletes have been granted wild cards in men's freestyle for the 2012 U.S. Olympic team trials in Iowa City. Included are some of the top stars from college wrestling, as well as others who've had great achievements in men's freestyle. National coach Zeke Jones received wild card requests from across the country, and the selections were approved by a committee. The wild cards include 4 2012 NCAA Division I champs, including Get this now, at 163, three-time NCAA champ Kyle Dake of Cornell. Dake was on a junior world team in Greco-Roman and placed second at the 2011 University Nationals. Getting a wild card at 121 pounds is two-time NCAA champion Matt McDonough of Iowa. McDonough is a past junior world team member. NCAA champion in 2012, outstanding wrestler David Taylor of Penn State gets a wild card at 163 pounds. Taylor is also a past junior world team member. NCAA champion Logan Stieber of Ohio State received a wild card at 132 pounds. Stieber was a 2011 Junior World Silver medalist in freestyle and a medalist in the U.S. Open. Two 2011 NCAA champions who placed second this year were also given wild cards. At 132 pounds, a wild card went to 2011 NCAA champion Jordan Oliver of Oklahoma State. Oliver was a 2010 Junior World Bronze medalist in freestyle. 2011 NCAA champion Quentin Wright of Penn State gets his wild card at 185 pounds. Wright was also a 2008 Junior World Bronze medalist. Cornell's All-American Frank Pirelli got a wild card at 121 pounds. Remember, Pirelli was fifth at the 2011 U.S. Open. Another wild card went to veteran Philip Simpson at 145 pounds. Simpson was a champion at the 2012 Pan American Championship Games. He's a former NCAA runner-up for the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. There'll be 2 more men's freestyle wild cards and 4 more Greco-Roman wild cards added. They'll be up for grabs for a future date. We'll report on these in a future episode of the program. Fans, won't you stay tuned? We'll be right back. You're watching USA Wrestling Weekly.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are, whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in, whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
ASICS has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because you know, I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
All right, wrestlers that have not qualified for the 2012 U.S. Olympic Team Trials will have one last chance to qualify at the final U.S. Olympic Trials qualifying tournament that'll be held in Cedar Falls this weekend. The top 2 wrestlers in each weight class in the 18 Olympic weight classes have not already qualified will qualify for the 2012 U.S. Olympic Trials in Iowa City. Now, action will begin Saturday, March 31st with men's freestyle. Women's freestyle and Greco-Roman will compete on Sunday, the 1st. Over 200 top athletes have pre-registered. The event is expected to feature many top college wrestlers as well as talented senior-level wrestlers who have yet to qualify. All 4 mats from the final qualifier will be webcast live by the Mat.tv. Jason Bryant will be there to call the action. Well, USA Wrestling's popular Folkstyle National Championships will fill the floor at the UD Dome on the campus of the University of Northern Iowa. This will be held alongside the final Olympic Trials qualifier. The Folkstyle Nationals is the final major USA Wrestling National Folkstyle event of the year and is the first leg of the prestigious Triple Crown. The nation's most talented athletes in a number of age divisions will battle for national honors. Fans can watch more action from Cedar Falls than ever before as the Mat.tv and Wrestling Video Solutions will provide live streams of 13 mats on Friday, March 30th. Yeah, I said 13 free streams from the junior division will be webcast. Saturday and Sunday action will include more streams from the junior division as well as streams from the finals of both the cadet and junior divisions. Join Jason Bryant, Shane Sparks, Ben Hupke, and others as they bring you all the action all weekend long on the Mat.tv. Well, USA Wrestling Weekly is proud to announce that our producer, Sean Van Leeuwen, who serves as executive of this show, has received a special award from the National Wrestling Media Association. Each year, the professional organization for the journalists in this sport hand out awards and basically recognize those for a job well done. This year, an award for truly outstanding achievement in the field. An Urbandale, Iowa native, Van Leeuwen got his start in video production as a hobby as a child. He's attended Des Moines Area Community College prior to starting his professional career. Van Leeuwen was hired by Takedown Wrestling Media in November of 2010, and he was named executive producer for USA Wrestling Weekly in January of 2011. He's produced now 63 shows. USA Wrestling writes the script and collects the materials, and Sean handles the filming, production, and final editing of each wrestling episode. His efforts produce the final product which wrestling fans worldwide enjoy every week. Together, we salute Sean for his achievement and thank him for all of his hard work on behalf of the show. Thanks for watching today's episode of USA Wrestling Weekly. For all of us at the show, have a good one, everybody, and we'll see you at the Olympic Team Trials in Iowa City.